Microsoft Excel Chapter 2, Blue Box 14. There are ways where we can choose to have a different theme, and all a theme is a collection of colors and fonts and different styles and effects that we might see in Excel. If I go to page layout, you'll notice in the themes group, we have the ability to change the various themes. By default, we're giving whatever the current version of an Office theme is, but you'll notice that there are a whole slew of other themes. Some of these themes should look familiar. They're going to correspond to some of the themes that we would have seen in PowerPoint. So, for instance, Facet is a very common one that people often use. And so we've got the ability um, to select different types of themes. And what you'll notice is we can click on those, and they change again. The look, you can see the font, the color. One of the most obvious places that we'll notice it is when we think about the various colors that we can select in the fill color. Notice what just happened. The colors that we're used to seeing here are now different. There is a common accent one, there is a common accent two, but what we define as the color that's associated with accent one, two, three, and so on can differ according to the theme. Now, for a theme, the the theme goes across all workbook, or the entire workbook. So it's not unique to a particular worksheet. It is workbook wide. You'll notice that they played around with two of the choices uh, in their selection, and the two select that they worked on or used were Parallax and Metropolitan. The thing is, for most of you, if you open up your Excel, you're going to notice that you don't have either one of those. Okay. Now, I if you go back, just like we had the picture that we inserted, there are two themes that you could download from Pearson. One is the Parallax theme, and one is the Metropolitan theme. All we need to do is when we go to page layout and we go to themes and we click this drop down arrow next to themes, we can actually bring the themes in by browsing for themes. Browsing for themes will allow us to look on our hard drive for themes that were not already um, loading into Excel. If I go to downloads, you can see I did in fact uh, download the Parallax theme, and ultimately, and once we do that, hopefully we'll see it at the bottom here, or rather alphabetically. Parallax is now one of the themes that we could select. If I go to browse for themes, this time I'm going to bring in Metropolitan. It's trying to take me to a themes a directory that's tied to Microsoft Office products, but we actually downloaded these, which is why I'm going to go back to my downloads and bring in the Metropolitan theme. Again, notice once I bring that in, not only does it bring it in, it's among the selections that I have here, but it also immediately changes to it. And I've had students have this similar type of problem where for some reason they can see Parallax, but they can't see the Metropolitan. You'll know you have the right Metropolitan theme if the colors look gray and you actually have brought it in. It'll be perfectly fine. You notice the color and the font and some of the features have actually the look has actually changed, and that's how you know you've brought in the correct theme. Sometimes when you do that, you have to go back and resize your columns. Mine seem to on the Mac be just fine, so we'll leave it as is for now. We'll go ahead and save that. And again, remember, we've got the themes. You downloaded them, and you just load them through browse for themes and go to your downloads folder and bring in Parallax and Metropolitan. The reality is you really only need Metropolitan. They're just showing you that we could bring in other themes and to work with. We can bring in ones. We could choose the ones that are already built in. The one that the Pearson's going to check and look for, This is going to look for the metropolitan theme. So make sure that's been applied to your workbook.